All right, we'll start with opening comments from Coach and then the next question.
All right, it's March 1st. Now we enter the last game of the conference schedule. It's hard to believe. It seemed like we just got started, and now here we're set. Have played 17 games in conference play, and it's what everybody described as being a very, very balanced and competitive league, and it's been on display. And so one game, and there's a lot at stake in this particular game. Obviously, with Missouri, a team we played early in the year, it was I thought, a kind of grind-out kind of game, and they had a shot there to win the game, actually, at the end, playing here at Bud Walton Arena. So having the chance to go over there to their arena, I'm sure they're going to be it should be a electric atmosphere. It's a big game in a lot of ways, again, for them and for us as well. It's an opportunity for us to continue to get better, and that's all I talk about our guys. Let's get better because this is the last part of this season, and what this game here represents an opportunity to go out and put ourselves in a pretty good position in terms of the seedings for the SEC tournament.
All right, Federation, we'll get Mike to you. Bob, go ahead.
Yeah, Mike, I guess if you win, you're number 4 seed. No matter what, if you lose, you can't get the double bye, and you can be anywhere from like a 5 to a 7, I think. So how big is it to be able to get that double bye? Just what do you feel like is at stake here?
The games, the times we've had a chance to go to the championship game, I think we had the double bye. And so gives you an opportunity to get some rest. It can work for and against you, I think, because those teams already that you're going to play, even with the double bye, they've already had a game or 2 games up under their belt. They got a pretty better footing or in a better rhythm in terms of playing basketball. So my take is that obviously we want to continue to play good basketball and get better. I think that's the biggest key. So having a chance to play against a Missouri team that's playing really good basketball, and they defended the home court pretty good. But you want to go in that tournament, you want to go in there feeling good and playing good.
Coach, there's reports that Michael Porter Jr. is going to play for the first time since November. How do you prepare for somebody that hasn't played in that long?
Well, I think we prepared for them when they came here as he was going to play, and now all of a sudden he's going to play. So it's no different. I mean, he's a tremendous basketball player. He'll be, I'm sure, impactful on their team. So, but we're prepared like we're preparing for everybody else. No different. Like I said, it's the last game, and we just got to go do the things that we do.
Aside from Porter, how different do you feel Missouri is from now than the last time you played him, and how different do you feel your team is since the last time you played Missouri?
That's a good statement down there. I think both teams are different. I think both teams have gotten better. I think going through the rigors of the SEC and playing games away and on the road, and they've had some guys that that they've lost, and it's amazing how sometimes you have subtraction, you have addition. You have some guys that step up to the plate. Roberson has become a tremendous player for that basketball team, the leading scorer. Barnett, now he's shoulders a lot more responsibility. The Geis kid knows he's going to be playing so many minutes. And the big kid, Tillman, been playing pretty good here lately. And, of course, the guy that I think is probably the blue-collar guy is Purier. He's a really good basketball player. So from that standpoint, those guys have gained some experience. They've gained some unity. They're a good defensive team, without a doubt, and one of the better three-point shooting teams not only in our league but in the country. And so we're going to have to be able to, number one, knock shots down. We've got to be able to defend them as well. It's going to be a physical ball game. We've gotten better from the standpoint I think our bench has developed. I think guys that are really starting to come on for us are Gabe has come on for us and played well. Dustin Thomas is playing with a lot more confidence right now. We see Daniel playing much better than he played early in the year. So we got some guys, CJ's playing with a lot more confidence. Darius Hall. So we've added some guys, and we want those guys that started out, they got to continue to play well. So, again, going into a real good environment, a hostile environment, and we got to play good basketball.
Mike, Daniel had a little bit about a 3-game lull there, and then he's really picked it back up by playing better than ever. What do you think was the key to him kind of breaking out of that mini slump? And then, Tillman and Jonte Porter, they're really good, young, big school. How do you see the matchup from those guys and Daniel?
Well, I think Jonte is really playing well. I think he had his career high against Vanderbilt. Porter kid, and he's a tough matchup because he's not only a guy who can go inside, he can step outside and really shooting the basketball well. And as I said, Tillman is a big force. He's a big, strong, athletic kid. So we've got to make sure we get those guys maybe up and down the floor and not let them just take over the paint. And that's where it's going to be more in the paint we talk about. But I think Daniel just is, through the experience of just going against different players in our league, going against being played different ways. And I think just the development of our basketball team, we're starting to shoot the basketball well. We're spreading the ball. We're starting inside, outside. And not only that, he's not in foul trouble. And if you look at his minutes have been down, but his productivity has been even better. So I think it's a culmination of things, Other guys playing better, give him an opportunity to really to play quality minutes as opposed to playing quantity minutes, You can play a quantity minutes, don't get a whole lot done. He played 26 minutes the other night and had I thought, one of his better games against Auburn. So that to me is just a learning curve for a young player, and he's going to learn some more in this kind of environment too, because I think they're going to have a defense that's really going to come after him.
But then as far as Daniel going against their young bigs, how do you see that matchup? How good?
Well, I think it's going to be a good matchup. I think it's not necessarily just Daniel going against those guys. I think it's going to be the Razorbacks playing against those guys. So when you talk about the other forwards, Dustin Thomas, Trey Thompson, Gabe, Orlando Cook, those guys got to show up.
Coach, how do you prepare your team for going into an environment that's going to be charged up with their senior day going on?
Well, I think the motion is going to be running high, and I think you just got to withstand that first 5 minutes, man. The first flurries, man. The punches are going to come. You got to be able to withstand it, and eventually you're going to have to play basketball. That's the biggest key there. Just being poised, and that's where your leadership's got to step in.
Here you are, one game, left, and it could be anywhere from like 4 spots. I mean, do you even look at that, or does that makes my head spin? I don't know about you, but did you even look at the mathematics of it, or do you just say we're just going to go play? And what do you think that says about the balance of the league, that it's so much is still up in the air?
I think it speaks volume to it, and we talked about that going from non-conference to conference play, how strong our league was going to be, how good our team's going to be, whether from top to bottom. And I think it's been on display all throughout the conference. Teams beating up on each other. You got 5. I think right now the team in first place got 5 losses, right? Is it 4 or 5? 5 losses. I mean, that tells you the balance, the strength of our league. But But I always try to keep things simple for our guys, and even for me, it's the next game. Let's get better. Let's see if we can get better. We just played against a very good Auburn team. We had a nice win at Alabama. Let's see if we can get better. Let's see if we can continue to play. And you got one game season, and so let's go out and let's play, and we'll see what happens.
He hadn't said if Porter's Jr. is going to play or not. I guess it's up in the air. Are you anticipating him playing, or just what are your thoughts?
I have no idea what's going to. We're planning on him playing. How about that?
They've got a minus 3.5 turnover margin in SEC play. You guys obviously have a good margin. How do you see that playing out, the turnover situation? If you guys can turn them over a lot.
Well, I'm sure they're going to work on that. I mean, we played them here, and I don't think we turned them. I think they had 16 turnovers, and. But we're going to do what we do, Bob. I mean, we're not going to back up from what we do. We're going to be pressure defense and try to be as unpredictable as we possibly can. I just think defense is going to be something we got to really play well, and we've got to make some shots. We've got to make free throws. I know that for sure. But we've got to rebound the basketball, and I think that's one of the things they do well. And because they're such a tremendous three-point shooting team, they do a good job of moving the ball and going inside, outside. We got to find those shooters. We got to find Roberson. We got to find Porter. We got to find Barnett. We got to chase those guys off the line because they really can knock shots down and not let them beat us on effort plays. That means those loose balls, those 50-50 balls.
And that's about Barnett because he had a pretty good ball game here. Just kind of what do you feel y'all need to do on him?
Well, we got to find him. I mean, he's the guy that goes to the glass every single time. And they do a good job of finding him in transition. I think he got a lot of transition stuff on us here. But he's one of those effort guys, and we got to make sure we get out there with him. He's been really shooting the basketball at a high clip from deep range. So when you got a guy like he and Roberson, and you got guys attacking the ball, and like I said, they attacking the paint and getting that ball swung. They do a good job of moving the ball. And of course, like I said, Tillman has really played well at home.
Anything else?
Oh, the microphone. Hey, Cassius Roberson, he's playing like almost 39 minutes in SEC games. How impressive is that? And with the way you guys play, do you think maybe you can use that to your advantage to wear him down with all those minutes he's playing?
Well, let's hope so. But, he's been playing pretty efficient. Been playing really efficient. He's running the show, and he's scoring for him. That says a lot about him. He's a fifth-year senior, so I'm sure he takes care of himself from the standpoint of knowing he's going to be out there. A lot of guys, I think they have success with that because they know they're going to be out there. But our job is hopefully to make fatigue a factor in this game.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Okay, thank you.